Hello, and thank you for tuning in to listen to our sophomore college planning presentation. We hope this information will be helpful for you as you begin to explore your post-secondary options. The first item that we wanted to remind you all about is that the counselors are using text messages to send reminders about upcoming events, whether they're here at our campus or outside in the Chicagoland area. Students and parents can sign up to receive these text message reminders for free. Simply create a new text message, type 81010 in the to spot, and type the message at WTHS18 in the message box. Then click send, and you will receive a message back asking for your first and last name. Once students are enrolled and subscribed for the sophomore class of 2018, their information will be saved in the database and used until junior and senior year. We at Warren require our students to graduate with 4 years of English, 3 years of social studies, 3 years of math, 2 years of science, 4 years of life fitness or PE, and 1 year of a practical and or fine art. Now these graduation requirements are a little bit lower or higher depending on the college admission requirements. For example, colleges typically require 4 years of English, 3 to 4 years of social studies, 3 to 4 years of math, 3 to 4 years of science, 2 to 4 years of foreign language, and 1 year of a fine art, especially the colleges in the West Coast like California or Arizona or Louisiana. It's very important that students pay attention to the college admission requirements as they are choosing their courses for their high school career. You can note towards the end of the packet of information that was also emailed that there are some specific university requirements at the universities depending on the major. For example, if a student wants to study medicine or engineering or something else in math and science, they ideally want to lean more to taking 4 years of math and 4 years of science depending on the rigor of the college that they are planning to apply to. You notice that we only require at Warren 2 years of science. So it's very important that students, if they are considering going to a 4-year university, that they go ahead and take at least 3, if not 4 years of science, and again, 3, if not 4 years for sure, of math in order to be efficiently prepared for college. Some of the recommendations for course planning, since this is very much in the forefront of our students' mind right now, is to enroll in the most challenging courses appropriate for you. And this might be different from the student that is in all honors or AP classes versus a student that's in the traditional college preparation track. It's very important that they are appropriately placed in a challenging way. Colleges also like to see an upward grade trend. So really you want to try as much as you can to challenge yourself in an efficient manner, but still be able to manage that load with A's, B's, and minimal C's if possible. It's also important to incorporate elective classes into your anticipated college major. So for example, if you want to major in architecture, you could certainly take the architecture elective that we offer in industrial tech. Or if you want to major in marketing, there's plenty of marketing choices that the business department offers for our students. And always it's important to take a full rigorous course load through graduation, as colleges will require you to submit your official transcript at the end of your senior year to any college that you plan to apply to and enroll at. But what's really important is to know your own strengths and weaknesses. Sometimes students will recognize it based on, as you see here, I think I could do better at spelling, where others know that they can excel more in other subjects. So it's important to know your own strengths as you decide what career is best matched for you. So if you are a student and you're not sure what career you might be interested in, really do some self-reflection as a sophomore. What are some things that you're really good at? What are some academic subjects that you're good at? What's the expectation of your family? Are you the first of your family to go to college? If so, how are you going to financially afford that? And how far away from home do you want to be? Do you want to be able to live on your own someday? And how will you be able to supplement your income based on the type of career that you have? So these are all things to think about as you explore your career goals. We do have several different assessments that our students can take, all electronic, for them to explore their career options. One of them is in Naviance, and we'll get into Naviance in just a bit, but Naviance is a college and career planning tool that we utilize with our students to help them build their goals. So in Naviance, there is a career interest inventory that is 180 electronic questions, pretty quick, and you can come back to it in multiple settings, but that allows you to see a list of careers that are best matched for you. There's also a Do What You Are personality type assessment, which will suggest potential careers that are best matched with your personality. As well as there is a cluster finder, which will generate some activities, personal qualities, and school subjects that you prefer, and then will help specify one particular career cluster that's best suited for your interests. And then, of course, you can simply search for a specific career or general cluster that will give you then the overview of the necessary skills, education, training, day-to-day tasks, periodic video clips, and then related majors in the field, as well as colleges or universities that offer the major across the country. Another website that we utilize with our students is called Career Cruising. Initially, when students log in, they need to visit the website careercruising.com and enter the username Warrren and then Township. From there, and there is, by the way, a helpful tutorial sheet in the packet of information after the slides that you can reference as a step-by-step procedure of how to access the Matchmaker assessment. But we do like to show students the Matchmaker assessment after they create an account. And they would do that by clicking on Create My Plan, and they would use their network login and school email information to create an account. This is what the website looks like after it's loaded. This is where you would click on that arrow to drop down to Create My Plan. But from there, students can click on Explore My Interests, and then they would click on the Matchmaker assessment to see which careers are best matched for them. It's a little different format from Naviance, but still gives you very accurate information as to which careers are a good fit for you. In addition, students can click on the Careers tab or just search for a specific career they're interested in, or there are additional career assessments that students can take that will give you some general career fields or career clusters like Naviance did. And of course, you can always search for the general information about the career. One thing that I particularly like about Career Cruising is that they give you a job outlook by state. It's very important that you pay attention to that with our economy, that the way that it is, you want to make sure that you're able to have a career or a job in that field after you graduate from college so that you're able to go and find a job right away and that it's not very much competitive at that moment and it's high in demand. So those are things to pay attention to as you are looking for a career. So what's your major? That's the first thing. If you do go visit a college or you go to a college fair, a lot of times they ask you, what do you want to major in? So first of all, know that as a sophomore, it's very normal to still be exploring. Whether you're exploring by taking different classes, electives here, talking to people that are in the field. You can also do some job shadowing even, and that's more or less connecting with an individual in the community that you might know. We also will have guest speaker presentations for career workshops in the spring semester at the Oak Plain campus and at Almond as well. So it's important that if you're interested in that field, that you hear it directly from the individuals that are in the market and in that industry to come to our campus. And of course, as always, you're welcome to come to the College and Career Center to learn more about some of the interesting careers that maybe could best match for you. And really try to get as much information as you can about that career before you actually decide that that's for you. And do note that 50% of students in college change their major, and that is the #1 major that most students go to college with is undecided. So ideally you want to get your research taken care of and do some self-reflection as a sophomore, junior, and senior, but note that if you're still not sure at the end of your senior year, you can always change your major, just like Mrs. McGann did. In Naviance, there's a few different features that we wanted to show you, one of which is the Supermatched College Search. And there is a handout in your packet for Naviance that will walk you through each of these brief descriptions. But the Supermatched College Search is a great way to start building your initial college list or to get ideas about what the college looks like and looks for. There's also a way that you can sign up for workshops that we have at the Oak Plain campus, college visits second semester, and other seminars or guest speakers that we have throughout the school day. There's the career piece that we talked about earlier, and there is a resume feature in Naviance under the About Me tab, which allows you to build a professional resume for free while you're here at Warren. And it's a great place to log any extracurricular activities that you're in and then be very specific with how many hours that you've done, what your job entails, what volunteer service you've done, All of that is a good way to keep track of your freshman, sophomore, and junior year, because you will use that information as you apply to colleges, apply for scholarships, and potentially the National Honor Society. So let's go ahead and log into Naviance, and I'll show you what that looks like. First thing you'll need to do is go to the district website and click on Student Services. From there, as a sophomore, you're going to click on Naviance Eau Plaine Campus. When you email, it's your school email. So it'll be your last name, first letter of your first name, 4-digit birthday at wths.net. Your password is just your 6-digit student ID number. This is what Naviance looks like when you're logged in. If you click on the Colleges tab, this is where you would see information about upcoming college visits or workshops. Currently there is none scheduled yet, but there will be second semester. This area right here in the middle is where you can do some great college research. There's all kinds of things from College Match to College Lookup where you can just enter specific college information. Once you get to the Almond campus, and especially after you take the ACT, more of these features will be relevant to you. But for now, we're just going to click on the Supermatch College Search. As it loads, do note that there are several different orange tabs located on this page, and you can simply click on whichever orange tab that you feel is relevant to you in order to build your college search. And again, this is just a starting point for students to begin. It will allow you to narrow the list down from 4,627 schools down to just a short list that really your best match for you. So the first thing you can do is click on location, and I'm going to choose the Midwest. And then down here it says how important is this to you. You'll go ahead and want to click on must have, so that will automatically pull up whatever school is most interesting and relevant for that search. Then you'll want to select bachelor's degree if you plan to receive a 4-year degree. And from there you'll want to type in a specific major that you're interested in. I go ahead and click on all business majors if it's a general field that you're not quite sure what you want to specifically do, or you can search for that specific major. And again, click must have. The next tab you want to click on is your scores. Now obviously as sophomores you most likely do not have an ACT composite score, but you can enter in your GPA. And notice that it says unweighted here. Most of the GPA that is reported in PowerSchool is a weighted GPA. So you can always ask your counselor for your unweighted GPA or simply calculate it yourself without adding in the weight of your honors or AP classes that you might have. From there, you might want to click on school type if you're looking to only go to a 4-year traditional college campus. The size is something that's sometimes important to students. Do they want to stick to a school that's more like Warren size, or are they looking to go bigger at some of those big college campuses? I'm going to leave it blank for now. On-campus housing, you can click on that box and say must have if you want to live on campus. And then the remainder of these is really what's important to you. Campus setting, do you want to go into city school, suburban school, rural environment? Do you want to go to a school that has a certain demographic of students? Are there specific activities that you like to have on campus, like marching band or dance or theater? Do you play a specific sport? This is where you can drop this down and search for a specific sport and break it down by division. And click must have if that's something really important to you. Then from here it will give you a list of schools that have best matched your criteria based on the search that we have just done. You can simply click on the name of the school to provide more information about that university itself. And if you click on the admissions tab, it will give you some basic information like the average ACT and the average GPA of that college or university. From there, if you go back to your search, you can scroll to the top and click on Save. And then you can type a specific search. Click Add to My Searches. And then from here, to access it again, you just go back to the Colleges tab, click on Supermatch, and then you'll go and click on My Searches to bring back that same search that we were just doing. So this is just a way that you can generate a list of colleges. And you can obviously, if you really love it, you can pin it. It'll add it to your favorites up here. And you can compare them side by side by clicking on Compare Pinned Schools. This is a nice feature that our students have full access to as a Warrren student. The Careers tab is again where the career assessments are located. And then the About Me tab, like I said earlier, is where the resume feature is located. So Naviance has a plethora of information that students can utilize, and as always, you're welcome to check with your counselor or your post-secondary counselor for information about how to use Naviance more efficiently. Students can also visit the College and Career Center for additional assistance with Naviance or career cruising, or to explore their post-secondary options. So why should students visit the College and Career Center? We oftentimes will talk to students about career options as well as helping them with the Supermatched college search. In addition, students can attend college visits in the spring semester or other career scholarship or college workshops that